E-cigarettes have been on the market for a decade, and most people know what they are. However, there is one kind of vaping device that's really taken off with teens.
It's called Juuling, and it's a lot easier to hide than other e-cigarettes. Thanks to its stylish design and fun flavor options, a lot of young people are using this product. Being so new, not much is known about the health impacts of Juul, but what doctors do know about them is already concerning the medical community. It looks like a flash drive and smells like candy. A lot of young people think Juul devices are harmless. That's not true.
Well, the biggest harm, especially in adolescents right now, is the amount of nicotine that are in them. Most people, including adults, don't know that they contain as much nicotine in one pod as are in one pack of cigarettes, and typically an adolescent will smoke more than one pod during one sitting.
Scott Helberg is a pulmonologist intensivist at Sanford. That means he specializes in the health and function of lungs. He says it pains him to admit Juuls have not been proven to be as bad as cigarettes. However, he is quick to point out that in no way that means they are safe. Juuls actually use a different type of nicotine than cigarettes called nicotine salt.
And these are much more easily absorbed into the system, and so it's made it easier to get these drugs into the system. And so if you talk to kids who actually use it, they say, they do it to get the buzz.
So how many people are really using them? Well, Juul is a $15 billion company. They just went on the market in 2015 and already make up 2/3 of the e-cigarette market. From 2016 to 2017, the company grew by 600%. Even if they're not marketed to kids, they're definitely a hit with young people.
I see it a lot on Snapchat, a lot on Instagram and stuff. So, I mean, I don't physically see it here, but I see it more in technology.
Megan Sunvold is a senior at Roosevelt High School. She says she doesn't use Juuls because she knows it will hurt her health in the long run. However, she knows a lot of other teens who don't seem to care.
I think a lot of kids, it's a way for kids to feel like they belong. I think since some popular kids are doing it, then it's like a little thing that, oh, I have to do this in order to, be like them. I also think it's a way for kids to have fun, which that's not my definition of fun.
We have several instances of students trying to vape, and it's just like if you go back in the history of high schools and in the 70s when everyone would go smoke across the street or do those kind of things, it's really not too much different than that.
One big difference, though, is how easy it is to hide a Juul even from parents.
I think they really should check more into what their kid is doing, because I know a lot of even some of my friends do it, and I'm pretty sure their parents don't know.
The thing that I worry about with vaping for our kids is the kid who probably wouldn't smoke a cigarette or do something like that might think this is okay because they think it's clean, they think it's easily accessible, other people do it, it's not a problem. The key is we don't know what it does.
For health experts like Helberg, the fact that smoking cigarettes was finally declining and now Juuls are increasing is a big cause for concern.
What we actually believe now is that it does induce gateway activities, so we know that a large majority of people who start Juuling at a young age will later go on to become smokers of regular cigarettes, hookahs, cigars, and we know that leads to the long-term risk of lung cancer.
Now, research from the National Institute on Drug Abuse shows 30% of teens who vape will end up using a tobacco product. The FDA is trying to fight this problem by restrictions for e-cigarettes. In response, Juul announced it will take most of its flavor pods out of brick and mortar stores and only sell the flavors like mango and cucumber online. They're also working to take down any online advertising that may appeal to teenagers.